Hello, and welcome back to the Outpost. So, last time, we played around with the zombie spawner and the grinder. Now, you remember I was having some issues getting it working. I figured out what it was. The grinder doesn't like monsters and creatures added from other mods. A lot of this pack, the zombies and the skeleton stuffs, are special versions. So they're wielding equipment they don't normally have, or they have status effects, specials and rares and stuff. So the grinder doesn't like to recognize them. So I grabbed the spawner and I put it here. Not quite sure what I'm going to do with it yet. But in the meantime, I'm going to use this other machine from Mine Factory Loaded called an auto spawner. What this does is you can put, I'll just drop it down. You can put a safari net here, and I'll show you the safari net in a second. And then you can, when it gets power and it requires mob essence, so liquid XP, it will spawn the mob. Now it requires, I think, like 150 to spawn one of any mob. The other thing you can do is let me put that back down. You see here it says spawn exact copy. The way that works is, let's say for example you have a sheep and you've dyed the sheep lime green. Well, if you just take a safari net and you throw it in there and you have it spawn not an exact copy, it'll just spawn a sheep. So you'll probably get a white sheep, maybe a brown sheep, normal sheep spawning. If you exact copy it, you will get a green sheep. That costs more mob essence. So what you want to do is you want to find something which you can get enough essence to keep the cycle going. Well, I have such a thing. And it is called slimes. Slimes normally, in this particular pack, they don't really produce special versions of themselves. Every now and then you'll get a rare, but they don't have funny equipment or anything like that. So safari nets, there's two types. There's single use and reusable. Now you've noticed I have this reusable one, which I made earlier and happened to find a slime. This way I wouldn't have to work around, trying to find one. Safari nets are pretty simple. Single use, it's a slime ball, some leather, and some string. And a multi-use is a couple ender pearls and a gas tier. I had exactly one gas tier. So, I believe there's a sheep or something over here. So there is a tool called the Safari Net Launcher, which you can use to shoot a Safari Net, or shoot a full Safari Net to place a creature somewhere else. But I'm just going to pick up this sheep. As you can see, the icon color changed. I'm actually just going to move them away from everything here, and it's dark. So, jump over, and we're just going to put him in the cow pit. Nope. And apparently a cow died. That was interesting. Anyway, sheep. You notice the safari net is gone. Single uses work that way. They're really good for, like, if you need a sheep, you can just pick him up with a safari net and move him from wherever he was to your farm if you needed just one. So, works really well with chickens, because you don't need multiple chickens to reproduce. Now, reusable safari nets are simply, you can use them over and over again. Reusable safari nets are the only things that work in the auto spawners. You can't use normal safari nets. So the idea behind it is you put a slime in there and you set it to spawn exact copy. This particular one, you can see where it says health 16. That represents the large slimes. I think the little slimes are like 1, and the medium slimes I think are 4. Yeah, that made sense because of how it splits apart. So, if you set it to spawn a large slime, it should kill the large slime, get some experience, and then when that breaks, it will spawn more slimes, and that will cause it to kill more and get more experience, and it should, if it works the way I think it does, that should make it self-sufficient. So what I'm actually going to do is I'll be back. I'm going to set this up in the right spot, and when I come back, we'll turn it on and see if it works. So see you in a moment. Okay, so it's now should be wired up correctly. I've got energy conduits running from our Tesseract here, and I've got a liquid XP thing running from the XP tank. Let me just check and see. Yep, okay, so it's getting power. So what I need to do is put some XP into the system. And to do that, I've got our wonderful XP extractor. So I'll just suck out a level or two, run back up here, throw it in the bucket, or throw it in the tank. Now, if I hit the switch, it's not draining. Huh. Alright. Do I have some? You know, I did see a thing here. I wonder if it's got to go in this plug. Knock all this stuff out of the way. Oh no, I lost one. Oh well. Yeah, I'll come back to it later. Where is it? Here we go, Liquidux. No, we want to be that way. Nope. Interesting. Why is it not pumping out? That's bizarre. Should be. Maybe it needs more. Well, we'll find out. Yep, give me a minute to drain all this XP and dump it into the system, so I'll be back. There we go. Now we're pumping XP. Alright. So, down the pipe. And it should be pumping into here. Yes, so we now have a full thing of liquid XP. I just have to reset the power circuit. So I'll be back in a moment. Okay, power restored. I've got a switch on there so I can turn it on and off if I need to. And I've got my Safari net. So, reach inside. Turn it on to exact copy. Oh, got a slime. And it killed it! Yay! Now, this should, once I get a lever here, I should be able to get the experience pumping out. There we go. Excellent. Awesome. So once it gets enough energy, it will zip, it will kill these slimes. And I'll get experience pumping out, and it should be pumping back into the tank. And hopefully we'll get enough so it's self-sufficient. I may need another biogas engine, because this may be using a lot of power. I don't actually know how much this takes. As you see, I'm running low on power. Unfortunately, the auto spawner will only produce a certain amount of creatures nearby it, but I should be okay with that. Excellent. So I'm going to let this run a bit. Maybe eventually later make it so I can get in there and shut it off without having to get into the room. It's something to think about. Pretty cool. Maybe make it gap up top. Anyway, so while that's running, the one other thing I did as well is I also decided I needed to do something with my apple chest and my good buddy Smithy. Because he kept picking up all these apples that were falling, and he's like, "Hey, boss, what the hell do I do?" Got some gold in there? He's like, "What the hell do I do? This chest is full." Yeah, I got 3 gold. Interesting. Must have smelted something. So what I actually did is I set up a pipe system underground to go from his chest back to the tavern/brewery. See here, we got our good friend the redstone engine, and it's pumping apples. And this chest is almost fully empty. Hello. How you doing, Smithy? Good? Good. Keep it up. So, if I run over here quickly, the pipe goes underground right about here, give or take. I don't remember exactly where it is. Can't catch me, spider. As you see here, we've got a deep storage unit with 2,600 apples. I will have tons of apples to make apple cider with. Eventually, I need to set up a better glass system over here. But it works. So, that's cool. So, now that I've got the experience system going, and I'm going to let that run for a while before I pump it into the auto enchanter. Make sure it's self-sufficient. The next thing I'm going to do actually is make another engine, biogas engine, so that I can... Whoa, that's a giant spider. Make another biogas engine so I can get more power into it. Make sure I'm not running out. Just going to go check the power system, make sure it's fine. Alright, you stay over there. Just run over here quickly. Seed oil reserves. Yeah, it's not too bad. I do have to come in here, turn it on and off every once in a while. Sometimes, as you see, the chestnuts spit out because it's too full, and my overflow system is apparently not working. It's something I need to think of doing, is maybe getting my the device to turn off the engine once it's done. That's something I need to look into as well. So, we'll just throw the chestnuts back in the chest. Yeah, you still got fertilizer. Good. So yeah, maybe get a 4th engine and pop it right here and get more power flowing. Actually, use this. Yeah, it is outputting. Okay. So, cool. Actually, yeah, it's going down slowly. I think it's because it's leaching off this. You know, they're leaching together. So, but anyway, the new experience system works, and I should be pumping out lots of liquid experience. Whee! Oh, you can hear the slimes over there. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if this is self-sufficient yet or not. It really, I guess, all depends on how much power the system is taking. But stuff is dying. So, that's a good thing, and like I said, it is pumping up and back around. Excellent. So, we're going to let this run for a while. Hopefully it doesn't break my entire power system. So, next time, I think I will show the auto enchanter a little bit. And we're still getting ready to go to the end and hopefully kill that dragon. Mainly just so he's not bugging me so I can mine up all the endstone I want. So, thanks for watching. If you could like, share, and favorite this video, that'd be great. And, as always, have fun.